Have you ever looked at your 3-year-old scribbles and just wondered, what is actually going on in that little head of theirs? Well, I'm here to tell you, it is so much more than just a colorful mess. Today, we're going to dive deep into the incredible artistic journey of a 3-year-old. We'll decode their creations and give you a real roadmap to nurture that amazing budding creativity. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with why art is so important at this age. Then we'll get into decoding the artistic milestones you'll want to look out for. After that, we're getting practical with a full year of creative ideas. We'll even explore a few different philosophies so you can find what feels right for you. And finally, we'll zero in on the most important part, your role in this whole amazing adventure. All right, first up, why does your toddler even need art? You know, it's so easy to just write it off as playtime, but I'm telling you, these creative moments are the absolute fundamental building blocks for their growth. So let's ask that big question again. When they're just furiously scribbling away, what is really happening? It's not random, not at all. It's actually this incredibly complex process of learning, experimenting, and, well, literally building their brain. Now, get this. Just try to wrap your head around this number. At this exact age, your child's brain is forming over 1 million new neural connections every single second. It's just an explosion of growth inside their head. And things like art, they directly feed and shape that incredible process. It's amazing. And all these hidden benefits are woven into every single art project. You know, the way they grip that crayon, that's building the motor skills they'll need for writing later on. Deciding where to put a piece of tape, that's problem solving in action. And when you ask them, hey, what did you make? You're building their language skills. It's a total brain workout, and it gives them this powerful sense of, hey, I made this. Okay, so what does this development actually look like? Well, we're moving from just scribbles to actual symbols. And while it might feel like a total mystery, there is a predictable and frankly fascinating pattern to it all. So 3-year-olds are entering what experts call the pre-schematic stage. And this is a huge deal. It's a massive cognitive leap. It's that magic moment when they realize the circle they just drew isn't just a circle. It represents the sun or a face. Their drawing is literally becoming a language. And you'll see this progression happen right across the year. At first, it's all about getting control, making those circles and lines on purpose. Then, a few months later, they'll draw something, look at you, and proudly say, that's a dog. And by the end of the year, you just might get that classic tadpole person. You know the one, that iconic circle for a head with lines coming right out of it for legs. It's a huge milestone. Okay, let's get practical. How can you actually support this incredible year of creativity? Well, we put together a simple 12-month plan filled with ideas to get you started. Now, think of this as more of a friendly roadmap than a strict set of rules. The activities are designed to build on each other, but the number one most important rule is to stay flexible. If your kid is obsessed with trucks, then let's make some truck stamps. Follow their lead, follow their joy. That's the key. So the first 4 months are all about building that foundation. We start with finger painting. You just gotta love that amazing sensory experience. Then we move on to crayons to build that fine motor control. Tearing paper for a simple collage, it's fantastic for hand-eye coordination. And by month 4, all that squishing and rolling of Play-Doh is actually a super fun workout that strengthens our little hands. Next up, we start introducing some new tools in media. Watercolors are just perfect for learning brush control. Stamping gives them that magic aha moment of cause and effect. And then around month 8, you can introduce those little safety scissors. Let me tell you, those first few sniffs, that's a huge milestone for their coordination. And in the final stretch, the projects become much more about expression and storytelling. You could try painting to music and just watch how the sound influences their strokes, or take it outside with sidewalk chalk and get their whole body involved. And by the end of the year, helping them create a simple book, just a few pages stapled together, that marks a massive leap into the world of storytelling. So we've got all these great activities, but what about the overall approach? The vibe you want to create at home? Well, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Let's look at 3 really cool guiding philosophies you can adapt for your own family. First, there's Montessori, which you can kind of think of as creating a space for the independent artist. The whole idea is to set up a prepared, orderly space with just a few high-quality materials that your child can get to all by themselves. It's all about fostering that focus and independence. Next up is Reggio Emilia, or as I like to call it, the curious explorer. In this philosophy, the environment itself is seen as a third teacher. You really follow your child's lead, offering rich, inviting materials, and you take pictures or notes to document their work, which really honors their whole creative process. And finally, we have Waldorf, which is all about the natural dreamer. This approach deeply connects art with nature, the seasons, and wonderful stories. It really favors natural materials like beeswax crayons and focuses on process-heavy activities like wet-on-wet watercolor painting to just let their imagination run wild. Okay, let's bring this all together. We've talked about the why, the what, and the how. But, the most important piece of this whole puzzle is you. Let's talk about your role as their creative guide. Your role can really be broken down into 3 super simple steps. Number 1, create the space. Just make safe, non-toxic materials easy for them to reach. 2, embrace the mess. Seriously, this is all about exploration, not about making something perfect. And 3, probably the most important one, talk about it. Instead of just saying, oh, that's a great drawing, try an open-ended question like, wow, tell me about what you made. It just opens up the conversation and builds their confidence like nothing else. And look, if you take away just one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this. Focus on the process, not the final product. Celebrate the effort, the joy of discovery, the squishy feel of the paint. That experience is so much more valuable than how the picture ends up looking on the fridge. This whole year is a journey of absolutely incredible growth. It's a wild, wonderful, messy explosion of creativity. So set out some paper, embrace the possibilities, and just get ready. Are you ready to see what they create?